there, planner fans. I have been away for a while and I'm sorry about that. It's been about 5 months since I think I've made a video for you guys, but I'm back. I've been searching for an Inkwell press for months to get my hands on one so that I can make a video for you guys. They sold out in their first 2 runs this year, so it was pretty tough to track one down, but I finally got in on their imperfect sale, and I managed to snag one of these guys to show you guys the video. So again, I apologize, I've been gone for so long. I have a huge list of videos I want to make for you guys, but with everything that's been happening in my life, my guys are re-enlisting. I'm going to school full-time, earning my master's, and I'm also working full-time, plus I'm running my Etsy shop, plus, well, this happened. So, and of course I'm gonna have an Erin Condren wedding planner video for you here pretty soon. So yeah, so things are a little bit crazy, but I'm gonna try to get back on top of putting videos out more often for you guys. So anyway, this is gonna be the 2016 Inkwell Press versus Erin Condren comparison. And just like last year, I'm gonna go over the same things that I covered in my last video, which was comparing the size of the planners, the cover style, the coil, the pockets and storage, paper quality, design and layout, color scheme, shipping, customer service, price, customization, ease of additions, add-ins, extras, note pages, and then at the very end I'm going to give my opinion. But for these videos I try to keep it just comparing the 2 styles of planner as much as possible. So let's jump right in. I did manage to get a hold of the wood chevron cover that I wanted last year that I couldn't get. It's a little bit updated this year, and as you can see, or you might not be able to see, but if you can see, there are some indentations on the cover here. It looks like the planners were stacked directly on top of each other, and there's just some indentations in the cover, so that's what made this one an imperfect. But the first thing that we are going to look at is size, and as you guys can see, the size here is almost identical. So if you guys go check out my video from last year, the Inkwell press was significantly larger than the Erin Condren. So this year they have shrunk the Inkwell press in height and width down, and to me it looks like the coil is just a little bit smaller. The coil on this Inkwell press is actually smaller than my Erin Condren, which I believe is at a 1.25 inches, and this is at a 1 inch. So last year I want to say that the coil was 1.25 inches on the Inkwell press, and it was just a little bit too big for my taste. And so I actually had it recoiled so that I could have it a little bit smaller and a little bit more portable. Funnily enough, I ordered the 2016 Erin Condren, and they accidentally sent me an 18-month instead of a 12-month. So this is the larger 18-month coil, and it's ended up working out perfectly for me. So I did take out the extra 6 months, but with the addition of you know, stickers and things that I carry in the back pocket, and then actual paper additions that I have put in here myself, this coil size is working out really well for me. So I think I'm gonna go that way again next year. So anyway, just comparing the size of these planners, they're both about 7 by 9. So this year they are much more similar in size, and that was a direct response from Inkwell Press because of what they've heard from their fans. So some people really liked that larger size. Some people thought it made it a little bit more difficult to carry around, and I'm going to agree with the people that thought it was more difficult to carry around. This size is much better. Now the covers are very different between these 2 planners. Erin Condren uses a 10 mil laminate cover that actually can pop on and off. So when you want to change out the cover, you just pop that cover on and off, and you can put a new one on, and it's the same on the back as well. And then her covers are all personalized, so you can put whatever you want down there. The Inkwell Press Planner used to do customization, but they were having trouble with the gold foiling, and so they didn't offer any customization for that this year. It also made the planner ship out significantly faster. But there are a lot of people on Etsy that can make you a vinyl sticker to put on your planner if you so choose. The Inkwell Press cover is actually made out of chipboard. So it is non-removable, and it's very sturdy. It feels like the cover of a textbook. That's the best way I can describe it. And then it has the attached elastic here. It attaches to the back of the planner so that you will always have that with you. Now the Erin Condren, if you want to buy an elastic for the cover, it's separate and it doesn't actually stick to the cover. You'll just wrap it around the front. And I only really use mine when I have a bunch of like loose papers in there that I need to carry with me. The coil is very different for these two planners. This is a spiral coil and this is called a wire O binding. I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera. I'm trying to make sure all this stuff is still in frame. But this is a wire O binding wire O binding coil, and it's a double wire here, and then if you look in the back, that is what that looks like in the back. So it just gets pinched together. So if you want to take the covers off of these planners, you just have to separate the coil a little bit and you can pop the covers off, and you can put customized planners that you make at home on there. So you could take the hard cover off and then you could you know, make yourself a one that's covered in laminate and cut slits in it and then just pop it on and off just like you would for an Erin Condren. This wire O binding tends to get bent a little bit more. The Erin Condren coil is extremely springy and very, very sturdy. I've never had this coil bend on me before, but when I was carrying the Inkwell around last year, this wire can definitely bend, especially up at the top and the bottom here if it gets snagged in your purse. And it'll bend back just fine, but that's something to keep in mind. Next on our list is going to be pockets and storage. The Inkwell Press Planner comes with two pockets really. This is the folder in the back of the planner, so it's very much like the Erin Condren. It's kind of that laminated mylar feeling. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it doesn't quite feel like plastic, and it's definitely not just paper, it's something else. So it has a double-sided pocket, which is really cute, pretty design. And then there's also this pocket in the back. Now last year, this pocket had this is a paper pocket. Well, I take that back. It's more like that kind of a plasticky feel that this has. But last year there was a tab here and a tab there and a string, just like you would see in like a manila folder, and you could figure eight it or wrap it around here to keep it closed. This is not my favorite aspect of this planner. This pocket is, you can put things in it, sure, but if you have like a smaller sticker sheet or page flags, they're gonna fall out of here. So I didn't really feel like that was very secure, and I was kind of hoping they would improve on it from last year, but really actually I think they took a step backwards on that pocket. The Erin Condren in the back also has, and I'm using this one right now so you guys are gonna see all my stuff in it. Oh, there's my video ideas, huge long list. Here is the Keep It Together pocket, and this is also made out of a kind of a plasticky material, and then I always tape along the bottom of mine so that you get one pocket here, and then a pocket in the middle there as well. You can stick things inside. That's a little planner hack that I saw. And then they also have, Erin Condren also has this plastic resealable zip pocket in the back. And I find that this is much more secure for things like all my sticker sheets, and I also keep stamps in the back, so I like that aspect of the Erin Condren planner a little bit better. The next thing I want to talk about is the paper quality. Now, this is going to be my biggest gripe for this year. I personally didn't notice a difference in Erin Condren Life Planner paper from last year to this year. If anything, I felt like it took my pens and my ink a little bit better, but I seem to be in the minority that feels that way. Most people have felt that the Erin Condren paper quality has gotten a little bit thinner, but I still think that the feel of the paper is really nice. It's very, very smooth. My pen glides over it really well, and it feels like a higher end, high quality kind of paper, copy paper feel. So I don't have any feathering on my pens. You have to be careful because it's I think 70-pound paper, and there is some shadowing, definitely shadowing, which I can live with, and some bleed through. So I'm a black pen user, so I don't really use a whole bunch of different color pens, and I had to do a little bit of testing to find out which stamp ink would work fine in my planner, but I don't really have a problem with this planner paper. Now, Inkwell Press paper is what drew me to this planner last year in the first place. It was magnificent, for lack of a better word. It was smooth, it was glassy, it was like writing on butter, and it was heavy duty. So I know I messed this up last year. I think I said it was like 100-pound paper, and I'm gonna mess it up again this year, but I will put in a text that tells you it's much more heavy duty than the Erin Condren. So it feels like just under cardstock. So the weight of this paper is heavier, but my gripe this year with the Inkwell Press paper is that it is very, very different than the paper they had in here last year. For people that didn't have the 2015 planners and just got the 2016 planners this year, you're probably not gonna think anything of it, but the feel of this almost feels closer to like newspaper to me than it does the glossiness that there was last year. The paper last year kind of reminded me of almost like the surface of a Tomo River paper or Lecitern, I think that's how you pronounce that, but it was smooth and nice to write on. This year the paper has a lot more what they call tooth. So the surface of this paper is rougher than it is last year, and it's causing a lot of my pens to feather. Granted, there is absolutely no bleed through and definitely no shadowing. Let's see if I can pull up. I did some practicing in January, just some writing. But you can see on these, I think I showed it on my Instagram, but the Papermate Flare pen did quite a bit of feathering, and it just didn't feel as nice to write on this year. It feels rougher when I run my hands over it. It's not that silky smooth that it was last year. So that was pretty disappointing to me. Even though the manufacturer maintains that it's the same exact paper as last year, I can 100% tell you that this paper is very different because I still have my 2015 planner, so I can tell you very much that it is different than last year. So that's unfortunate. It's still a much heavier duty paper, and if you do a lot of coloring or using different types of pens or different ink for your stamps, this is gonna be, that'll take anything for you. I just didn't like the way that it felt while I was writing on it. The design and layout, both of these planners actually have a horizontal format. I'm comparing a vertical format here, but Inkwell Press came out with the vertical format and the horizontal layout last year, and then Erin Condren followed in suit last year as well in their launch in June. So she also has a horizontal layout, but the difference in the Inkwell Press planner this year is that she got rid of the times for the vertical planner. So you can see that this is just a bunch of lines here now. So this had about half as many lines, and there were time slots on here, so 7, 8, 9, 10. So she got rid of that in here, and a lot of people were very excited about that. So you can break this up however you want. You can cut it in half, you can cut it into thirds, you don't have to break it up at all. You could use it as a bullet journal. So I think that's a really cool change that Inkwell Press made this year. And now Erin Condren also had some changes. She kept mostly the same format. You can still see the 3 different boxes, but this year there is a much smaller real estate taken up by the numbers and the days here, so that you can write in above it. You can put a sticker in above it for a special date. And then they also took the headers out. And at first I really hated that about Erin Condren. I was like, that's it, I'm switching to Inkwell Press, because I really liked the way that my day was split up morning, day, and night. Now, with me being in school right now, I've actually changed my headers to this is to do, this is today, which is where all my appointments go, and this is school. So they say that humans work best in groupings of 3, right? There's the Holy Trinity, there's Ready, Set, Go, everything, 3 Blind Mice, all of our stories and the way that we learn information generally happens easiest in 3s. So I had that epiphany the other night in one of my classes. They were talking about the rule of 3 when teaching children, and I was like, oh my gosh, my Erin Condren is split into 3s. So it made a lot of sense for me there. So I split this up differently, and it's really easy to just write in. I don't write across every single day. I'll write here to do, today, and school, and it's obvious that it's going all the way across. So at first I didn't like it, but now it's really grown on me, and I think that's a great way. Once I'm done with school, I can go back to doing morning, day, and evening. I really don't have that many appointments. I go to work from 8 to 4:30 pretty much every day, so I don't need to be filling in appointments every single day. This much space is enough for me to usually plan my appointments. Then let's talk about color scheme. So Inkwell Press They came out with some new color schemes this year, and there I think were 5 different color schemes. So let's look at January 1st. So January in the monthly is purple, and it looks like teal. And then here is the dashboard, or the mission board. And then this is it, where you guys can see where I was practicing a little bit. Let's find a clean one. Here is the January weeks for that. This is going to be February, so February is kind of a peach color. Here's the mission board. Looks like peach and teal colors, or peach and greenish. Here is the weekly, March. Teal in the monthly. Teal, blue, green on the mission board. Here's the weekly. Then April, we have yellow. In the monthly, here's the mission board. And here is the weekly. And then it just starts over again in May, so purple, and it just repeats these same 5 color patterns all throughout the year. They're very pretty color palettes. They're kind of a softer, excuse me, more kind of a pastel looking colors. And they don't really correspond seasonally. That is one thing I really enjoy about the Erin Condren, and as I really do like the whimsical nature of her color scheme. We'll take you through that really quick. January is orange and turquoise, it looks like, teal, turquoise. February is red and pink. March is dark green and light green for St. Patrick's Day. Obviously, this is for St. Valentine's Day. April is teal and purple. May is a light, kind of a light teal and pink. June is, I think that's coral and turquoise, teal, whatever. July is navy and red for 4th of July. August is green and yellow. September is purple and gray. Now this did change last year. I think this was purple and lime green. I kind of missed the lime green, to be honest with you, because the monthly days in September are all gray, which is a little blah to me, but that's the way it is. So October is going to be brown and orange. November is kind of a gold and turquoise, and then December is blue and green. So that is the Erin Condren color schemes, and they do correspond obviously to, you know, the time of the year, the holidays that are in that month, and I really actually like that aspect of Erin Condren. I found that when I was in the Inkwell Press, I kind of missed getting a new color scheme every month corresponding to what time of year it was, and I think that's just the future teacher in me, I guess. Shipping for the Inkwell Press was like lightning fast. I ordered it on a Wednesday. It was in the mail that same day, and I think it was in my mailbox by Friday. So they ship USPS, and there's no customization on this. They pretty much just package it up and ship it out to you right away. So that happens very, very quickly. The Erin Condren, since I posted my last video, I think my first Erin Condren took about a month to get to me. The planner this year took less than a week, and I ordered during launch, which is insanity. So they have been using, previously they were using FedEx, and this actually came to me through UPS. So you can select different carriers at checkout depending on how fast you want it to get to you. I live in California, Erin Condren's in California, and these guys are on the East Coast. So this gets to me very quickly, and it does take a few extra days for personalization, but they have definitely gotten better about their shipping times from last year. Customer service, again, is fantastic. I've had great experiences with both companies. Inkwell Press is growing very quickly, so they're getting more and more busy, and I know they're hiring more people, so their company is getting a lot bigger. I think last year when I talked to a customer service representative, it was just one girl that was doing all that stuff. Now Erin Condren is a much, much larger company, but I've had very few issues with my orders with them, but when I have had issues, they've been resolved very, very quickly. So I don't have an issue with the Erin Condren planners at all. Well, let's get back in the screen here. As far as customer service goes, when I have had an issue, they do resolve it quickly. Price for both these planners, this one was $54, this planner is $50. If you want to get the upgraded gold or rose gold coils for this, you can go all the way up to $75 for this planner. I got this planner for I think $32.50 because I got it during the Imperfect Planner sale and it was 40% off. I'm gonna have links down below. If this is your first time buying either one of these planners, you can use my link and get $10 off your first order. And then customization, again, we talked about this briefly, but they did customize the Inkwell Press last year. Not customizing it this year, but you can check out Etsy for vinyl stickers. And then the Erin Condren, pretty much everything is customizable. You can customize the colors, you can customize the name, you can customize pretty much everything that you want on the covers for the Erin Condren. Ease of additions, it's still going to be Inkwell Press. Only because their coil has much less holes going down the side. So if you want to print something out and add it to this planner, you're just going to take a regular like 1/4 inch punch and punch all the way down the page and pop it in. And this planner has like half as many coil holes as this planner does. I'm going to make a video showing you guys how I insert extra pages, because I do insert extra pages into my Erin Condren. Let me show you real quick. So I have the Clean Mama, like cleaning schedule in here. I have a birthday and special events page that I've, not filled out. Books to read, movies to watch, and then this. So these are just random, and when it was Christmas, I had Christmas printables in here. And I'll just pop this out so I can show you guys real quick. So I will do a how-to video on this, but you can see I had to punch it a whole bunch of times, and it just takes a little bit longer, but you can definitely add things into the Erin Condren planner and they stay in there. So those inserts have been in there for months now and I haven't had an issue. Let's see what's next. Price customization, ease of additions, add-ins. So Inkwell Press has quite a few more options this year as far as little additions you can order with your planner. She has the coil bound planners this year. She also has the A5 inserts, which I kind of have a feeling Erin Condren might be considering that for next year. Mostly because she needs to get with the times. A lot of women and men like to use A5 ring bound planners. So this company came out with ring bound planner inserts this year. This company has not. They also came out with what she called the quarterly planners, which kind of look like Midori calendars. It was a set of five pages that were probably like 5 booklets, sorry, that this big, like a Moleskine size, and they were sewn at the binding, and you could slip them into a Midori traveler's notebook that was sized wide enough for the insert. So there was 4 quarterly planners plus the 5th booklet for all the extras that this planner comes with, and she is still just sticking with the coil planners. Now I've heard different people say that Erin Condren is never going to make A5 inserts, but I don't think that would be very smart of her because so many people cut these up and put them into A5 size binders. And I've even done that before. One of my videos shows how to do that. I ended up going back to coil because I really miss being able to fold the planner back on itself. Plus the portability was definitely reduced when I put it into an A5. But she did have a survey this year and they asked if you'd be interested, what kind of coiling you'd be interested in. And I know that a lot of people put that they want A5 inserts from her. So maybe we'll get that next year, who knows. But as of right now, she has bound planner. Inkwell Press has bound planners. They have A5 inserts, and they also have Traveler's Notebook quarterly planners. These guys just have the bound. Erin Condren just has the coil bound planners. Inkwell Press also has a line of notepads that you can choose from to help you kind of do a daily docket. There are blank booklets that you can put in your traveler's notebook. She has a stamp out, she has some pencils, some cute little knick-knack type of things. Erin Condren, I can't even begin to tell you how many extras you can order from Erin Condren. There's notepads galore. Just go check out the website. There's everything. She has everything. Planner pouches, pens, stickers, anything you can think of. These guys also had some stickers this year, but it was, I think, 2 different sets of washi tape stickers you could choose from, and it had like circles and flags and things like that. But the amount of things that you can buy on the Erin Condren website is extensive. Let's see. add-ins, the note pages. So the note pages are a little different. I think the Inkwell Press Planner pretty much stayed the same as last year as far as note pages go, but I will come with this planner. This is more of a goal setting type planner, so let's go back to the beginning first real quick, and I wanted to show you each month has these really awesome mission boards, which is another thing that drew me to this planner in the first place. It really is good. This one says health, home, me time, be social, financial, dream big, and then we have a couple of extras, and you have that every single month. And I think that was a really cool aspect of this planner, so that you could plan out things for yourself throughout the month. It turned out that I didn't really use it that much, even though I photocopied from like 2015, I photocopied those pages and put it into my Erin Condren. I never used them. I don't really plan like that. So if for people that are really big on goal setting, that was a cool aspect of the Inkwell Press. She does have the important dates and events bound into the planner, whereas Erin Condren has the removable one. I'll show you guys that in just a second. So you have the important dates in the front, followed by more goal setting. So you have 6 columns over here: personal, social, financial, health, home, dream big, and then you have a mission statement for yourself for the entire year, and then you have another area to break down your yearly goals into 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. So for me, that was just a little bit too much. I don't really think like that, but a lot of people use that to help them break down their goals and tackle a big plan one step at a time. Now in the back she has a tab called extras, and this says the gift list on it, and it's an area for you to write in who you're shopping for, the ideas that you are looking for that person, the item purchased, and the amount of money spent, and then of course there's a little area for ideas for me or you or whoever owns this. So that's a nice addition of the gift list. She also has a travel section. So if you're traveling somewhere, you can put in your flight information, the driving log, you can put in accommodation information. So there's 1, 2, 3 of those here. Then we also have movie night and books to read. Do you guys kind of see where I got those insert ideas from my Erin Condren? I took a lot of the ideas from Inkwell Press that I like and moved it into my Erin Condren. And this was new this year as well, the monthly bill tracker. So you can, it already has, it looks like electricity, phone, and water here, and then there was 3 blanks at the bottom, and then it's a monthly bill tracker that you can get these printables pretty much anywhere. January all the way through December, you can write in the amount, when it was due, and if you paid it, you can check it off. So that was bound in this year, and then you go straight into your graph paper in the back of the Inkwell Press. So there's only a few pages of graph paper in the back here for the Inkwell Press. And then, oh, we got a 2017 calendar, but there's only a few pages here because the months have so many note pages scattered in between. So in between each month there's 2 pages, and then at the end of, in between each month, right, there's 2 line pages, and then also on the other side of your mission board you also have another set of note pages. Now this is going to be where the Erin Condren, this was where the Erin Condren and the Inkwell Press differed quite a bit, but Erin Condren changed her layout this year to back to what she used to have before. So we have, this is our 2015-2016 calendar here, and then she has, these look very similar to what Inkwell Press has. She's got 12 of them. So I have not figured out what I wanted to put in here. I thought maybe I'd do birth dates, you know, make these each a month. But you can basically fill these out however you want. You could put a kid in each one of these. You could put a goal in there. You can put an area of your life that you want to address and how you're going to address it. So sometimes when things are that big, clean slate for me, I get a little anxious, and I'm like, I don't know what to write in here, so I'm just going to leave it blank. So there's that in the Erin Condren this year. And then they also had the addition, I'm going to find a blank one here, in between the months for Erin Condren now. So you see this is the month followed by the weeklies, and then we have an extra note page. So Erin Condren added a note page to the front of every single month, which is a great way to keep track of things. I've been using it for my bullet journaling, so whenever there's tasks in the month previous that don't get finished, they get slapped onto this list right here, and I go tick them off as I'm going through the month. And I'll also hopefully do a video for how my updated bullet journaling now that we have the addition of this note page. So there's that extra note page there. And then in the back of the Erin Condren planner, we have the regular, let's see, we have the notes pages here. And I just stuck my extra printables in between, right at the very beginning of my note section. So this is something I printed off and stuck inside. And then you have more note pages in the back. And then we have so Erin Condren has lined, then graph. This is the perpetual calendar I have from 2015. I stuck some coil clips on the back and then just inserted it into my planner so I could carry it with me. I reference this when I'm doing my monthly planning, so I wanted to have it with me. And then we have our pocket here, double-sided pocket, and then also the clear pocket in the back. So there's a few big differences between both of those planners that were new to 2016's versions of them. Now, this is the part where I'm going to tell you guys what my opinion is. If you don't want to be swayed by my opinion, hit stop now. But I'm actually going to stick with Erin Condren again this year. So I ended up using Erin Condren all of last year. I tried my best to get a hold of this planner during the first 2 runs and I couldn't. I finally got one in the imperfect sale, and the difference in paper quality really disappointed me. The only reason I would ever consider switching to the Inkwell Press is because of that super far superior paper quality to the Erin Condren. But like I said, I'm not much of a stamper. Even this year, I'm not even much of a decorator. I don't have hardly any washi tape in my planner. I've been so busy that it is just bare bones writing things in my planner, using it the way that it, originally was intended for. So the Inkwell Press to me almost has, I hate to say it, but it's almost like too much room when it's not split in a way that works for me. So each one of these days I do really think well in 3 boxes, so to get my week ready I'd have to use either washi tape and split this into 3s, or I tried stamping. I'll show you guys an example of the stamping that I did. You can see to do appointment school, and then we have these 3 boxes down below. I was putting all of my to-do stuff under to-do, and so I didn't really have any use for these 3 boxes down below. So it doesn't really, I think it's because Erin Condren was like the first planner I ever got, and so I'm so ingrained on how to use an Erin Condren that using the Inkwell Press is not really intuitive for me. I had to do too much personalization to get this ready for all of my plans, whereas with Erin Condren I can flip open to any week of the year and know that this is to do today and school, or morning, day, and night. I don't have to put any washi tape in here, and because of all these fun colors in here, I don't have to do any decorating. If I want to decorate, I can, but I don't have to do anything to make it more fun for me. Again, I still prefer this binding system to the Inkwell Press binding system, and as gorgeous as this cover is, I love being able to switch out my covers with the year as well. So I like being able to put a Christmas cover on. I like being able to make personalized covers. I have a laminator and I can do it myself at home now. So overall, I'm still gonna stick with Erin Condren. I have actually already sold this planner. It's going to somebody new today. But I will most likely get my hands on a 2017 Inkwell Press and give you guys my review of that again next year. But for right now, Erin Condren is still winning out. So like I said, I'm going to put links for both planners down below. The Inkwell Press is done running their planners for 2016, but there are still quarterly planners available online, and they are getting ready to release an academic calendar. So if you guys are interested in getting your hands on an Inkwell Press, you're going to have to wait until probably this summer. They're going to be releasing I don't know which months it is, but it's going to be like June to June planner for teachers or for students. So they're done with 2016. They're going to release their academic calendars next, and then Erin Condren is print as you order. So you can get a hold of her planners at any time. She's going to be releasing her new planners. They start to do sneak previews of the new planners in April, and then I think they officially talk about what it's going to be in May, and then come June, her new planners get launched in June. So If you guys have any questions about that, please leave me a comment below. If you guys have any questions, if you have any suggestions for videos you'd like to see, let me know as well. And then again, in the information section down below, I'm going to be linking $10 off for this planner, $10 off for this planner, so that you guys can try them out for yourselves again as well. And now in the next couple of months, right before the launch, Erin Condren knocks her planners down to 40% off, and I think that happens maybe around April, May-ish. So when that time comes, if you use my $10 coupon plus the 40% off, you can get this $50 planner for $20. So that's a great way to get into the world of Erin Condren as well. Alright guys, I'm gonna try to keep knocking out videos for you. Hopefully the next video is going to be the Erin Condren wedding planner, and I will have that posted soon. Thanks again for watching. I love you guys, I miss you, and hopefully I'll keep pumping these videos out here for you guys here soon, alright? Talk to you later, bye.